Dear students, in last lecture we have studied the gun effect. Many explanations have been offered for the gun effect, but in 1964 Crommer suggested that Gunn's observations were in complete agreement with the Ridley-Watkins-Hillsum theory. So RWS theory is the most appropriate theory that can explain gun effect. The fundamental concept of RWS theory is the differential negative resistance developed in a bulk solid state third and fifth group compound when either a voltage or a current is applied to the terminal of the sample. There are two modes of negative resistance devices, voltage control mode and current control mode. In the voltage control mode, the current density can be multivalued, whereas in the current control mode, the voltage can be multivalued. The major effect of the appearance of the differential negative resistance region in the current density field curve is to render the sample electrically unstable. As a result, the initially homogeneous sample becomes electrically heterogeneous in an attempt to reach stability. The voltage control negative resistance mode high field domains are formed separating two low field regions. The interfaces separating low and high field domains lie along equipotentials, thus they are in a plane perpendicular to the current direction. So this is the theory behind the differential negative resistance. Now come to the two-valley model theory. According to the energy band theory of the n-type gallium arsenide, a high mobility lower valley is separated by an energy of 0.36 electron volt from a low mobility upper valley. So a specimen of gallium arsenide has a valence band, conduction band and a forbidden energy gap of 1.43 electron volt. Conduction band has a central valley or lower valley and satellite valley or upper valleys. It consists of 6 satellite valleys. So lower valley and upper valley is separated with the energy gap of 0.36 electron volt. That means we need at least 0.36 electron volt if we want a conduction of electrons from lower valley to the upper valley. This table is showing the effective mass mobility and separation between the lower valley and the upper valley. Now, mechanism behind this two-valley model is explained below. The first condition is at equilibrium condition, electron densities in the lower and upper valley remains the same. When applied electric field is lower than the electric field of the lower valley, that means E is less than from EL or E is less than 0.36 electron volt. No electrons will transfer to the upper valley. When the applied electric field is higher than that of the lower valley and lower than that of the upper valley, in this condition, electrons will begin to transfer to the upper valley as shown in figure. Third condition is when the applied electric field is higher than that of the upper valley, all electrons will transfer to the upper valley as shown in the figure. So these three conditions will be applied in two-valley model theory. So this is the explanation for the two-valley model theory.